All right, what's going on, everybody? Tennessee Titans fans, welcome back. We are checking out another clip of some media people and stuff talking about the Tennessee Titans. And today, this is Clean Pocket, Colt McCoy and Jay Gruden with a couple of other guys. And I just want to show you the thumbnail. Well, let's see here. We've got C.J. Stroud, Trevor Lawrence, Anthony Richardson. Some team is missing from this. This was recommended to me in the comments. Somebody told me I need to check it out. They didn't really lead me one way or the other about whether they talked good, talked bad, but judging by that thumbnail, I've got a bad feeling. I'm going to cut ahead to when they talk about the Tennessee Titans.
As well, I like Josh Downs, and I think Mitchell, your boy from
Mitchell's
Texas,
gonna be
is
good.
going to
He's
be another
a
good
good
one.
player.
They're talking
I just
about
don't
the
think
Colts. Who cares?
What's that? 17 into 1,000.
Levis, do you put mayonnaise in your coffee?
God, can y'all please get over it? Y'all please get over the mayonnaise. Gosh, like, we get it. First of all, he came out and said he doesn't even really do that. He just did it for views on TikTok. Can we please get over the mayonnaise? Gosh.
Put butter in it for a little while there. I was doing the keto diet.
What does Brian Callahan need to do this year? I mean, first-year head coach, brought his dad over to be the O-line coach.
Rent this house.
They lost Derrick Henry, right? They still have Hop. So they brought in Calvin Ridley, Tyler Boyd, got some familiarity there from Cincinnati with Callahan, right? Traylon Burks, they drafted that guy pretty high out of Arkansas a few years ago. They got some decent weapons. I don't know if I'm sold on Will Levis or not.
That was exactly what I was going to say. Mason Rudolph will be starting at some point this year, hands down. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't even think it's a question. I thought he played well for Pittsburgh when he.
Dude, not even Mason Rudolph might, if things go south, Mason Rudolph might get the call. No, this dude is saying he will. It's not even a question. I don't know what they said about Anthony Richardson, but I guarantee you they were like, oh, this is the next Joe Montana right here. Colts are probably going to win it all. Will Levis showed no promise at all? Just nothing about him that makes you, okay. He will get benched, according to whoever this guy is.
He got an opportunity last year. I think Will Levis, there's so many question marks. He's got a great deep ball. He's obviously a big guy. He can run the ball. He likes to lower his shoulders. Probably going to get hurt doing the same thing because he's 240 and thinks he can do that. It's a different world at this level.
Yeah, so he's just not going to respond to the coaching. Because they're clearly going to get him in there and be like, hey, you can't take these hits. You can't take these hits. You can't be doing this. And he's just not going to listen, apparently. He's just going to continue making the same mistakes, according to this old boy.
Level. You know it, I know it, we all know it, right? They got a ton of weapons at receiver. He won't be able to get him the ball.
Shipley.
Tony Pollard learned that it's a lot different being the 2 than the 1. Again, you go from Derrick Henry being a constant 1, and now you got a guy that really wasn't great when he was the 1, and I think
he's not the 1 now. He was not brought in to be the 1. He's going to be trading in and out with another guy. Oh, God. I don't even remember who recommended this to me, but you are going to be the 1. You are going to be the 1 paying my doctor bill when I have to go to the emergency room.
This team's in a lot of trouble. They draft Latham, which Latham, big monster mauler guy, but I don't think he's going to be the answer that we were all looking for in Tennessee. Defense.
Why? Give me a reason why. If you're going to make that stupid statement, at least tell me why. Give me something other than just a shoulder shrug. He's a big mauler guy, but at least give me something. AQ. What's AQ stand for? Always questionable? Not even questionable. Questionable is not even like just blatant stupidity is what it sounds like. I mean, I don't want to get personal, but like this opinion is not even based in anything resembling facts. And I don't know what they said about Anthony Richardson, who's played in 2 games in the NFL, but I guarantee you they were not as harsh on him as they were on Will Levis. I guarantee you. And then you go talk about J.C. Latham and just give me a shoulder shrug. He's a big mauler. He's a big old boy, but if I were to say something good about him, it wouldn't fit the narrative that I clearly have here as I sit here slumped back with my shorts that are way too tight, talking about a team that I clearly know nothing about because I'm so invested in the other teams in this division, and I want this team to be the odd team out, and therefore I have to downplay every move they've made. I have to downplay the quarterback they drafted, who did some good things last year, unlike Anthony Richardson, who barely could even get in the game last year.
Offensively, they're still good, but I think defensively, they were so good because they just took on.
Defensively, that's the area that's the most questionable.
On Vrabel's persona for so long.
Right? Oh, yes, it was all Vrabel. It was all Vrabel. Everything that the Titans have ever accomplished was all due to Mike Vrabel. Even back in 2000 when they went to the Super Bowl, that was just because of Mike Vrabel. Even though Vrabel was probably still like playing college football at that point, that was why. Anything good that's ever happened ever in Nashville, Tennessee is because any country song you've ever heard that you like that came out of Nashville, by God, Mike Vrabel's the one that wrote it and sang it. Any ribs that you've ever eaten in Nashville that were good, Mike Vrabel cooked them. Any good time you've ever had in Nashville, Mike Vrabel is the one who helped you get there. Any bachelorette party that your friends have ever had in Nashville, Tennessee, Mike Vrabel is the one who made all the arrangements for it. Gosh, this guy just literally, he built the city of Nashville. I mean, he literally built the skyline there. He is the one who did it all. Anything good that's ever happened in that city, I mean, my God, anything the Nashville Predators have ever done in the world of hockey, Mike Vrabel is the one that had the puck and was doing it. I mean, he was the one out there on the ice.
Played the right way. They played the way Vrabel wanted them to play. Who knows if that...
What was their record? I can't even let this guy get through a statement without him saying something ludicrous. What was their record then? They played so well under Vrabel. You know, they played so well as they went 6-11. Like, gosh, if they could only just have more years with Vrabel.
It's still going to be the case on defense. I'm down on this team. I think they got a ways to go.
I have nothing great to say about Tennessee, so we can just move on from me. I mean, there's nothing that I...
Is this the guy that he used to play somewhere? And I don't have anything great to say about this podcast because my gosh, bro, you like have a follow. You got over 3,000 subs. My God, I'm almost gonna catch you here soon, probably. And I just started a year and a half ago. I don't have anything good to say about this podcast, bro. I mean, what is he's like? He's personal. He's like taking it personal. He's like, I don't even want to talk about this team. Let's just move on. I don't have anything good to say. Calvin Ridley, nothing good to say? I bet you would if you went to Indianapolis, fraud. I bet if DeAndre Hopkins were in Indianapolis, you'd have something good to say. Fraud. I bet if Tony Pollard and Lloyd Cushenberry and L'Jarius Sneed and Cheeto Awuzie and J.C. Latham and Tavondre Sweat, I bet if all of those guys had gone to Indianapolis, you'd have something good to say with your crossed legs and your goofy looking face. I don't want to get personal. I don't want to get personal. I feel like Sketch after he says a million curse words in a row and then he goes, sorry for cussing. I feel like that's how I feel right now. I don't want to get personal, but this guy's a fraud.
When I look at this team, I just don't know what their identity is. I don't know who they're, I really have nothing good to say about Tennessee. They're going to finish last in this division. I mean, you thought Jacksonville was going to finish low too, right? So these are the bottom burners. Guys are the...
Oh, I gotta take 5. I can feel the steam. I can feel the steam rising up. The smug arrogance. This is maybe the worst I've watched. This is the worst. I would take Skip Bayless and Richard Sherman over this. The smug arrogance. They're going to finish last. They're going to finish last. I don't know what their identity is. They have a first-year head coach. Of course you don't. They have a first-year head coach that's never been a head coach before. This happens every year in the league. Of course you don't know what their identity is going to be. Because for the last 6 years, it's been, well, they're going to have Derrick Henry, Derrick Henry, Derrick Henry, Derrick Henry. All they have is Derrick Henry, ladies and gentlemen. If Derrick Henry is not on the field, this team is going to absolutely crash and burn because that's the only thing we know them by. And now that he's gone, we get this. So I don't know what their identity is. All right. Okay. I don't even know who you are. So
They're going to be fighting for a lottery pick next year.
a lottery pick? A lottery pick. Is the lottery? Is this the NBA draft? Are we doing a lottery? A lottery. I've heard of a draft. I don't know about a lottery.
Well, that's why I think Houston can still win a division at 10-7. That's my whole point. Because these guys, they're not winning 3 games. But
Oh my God! I can't watch this. I can't even get through it. I'm about to. I paid good money for this computer, and I'm about to punch it. 3 games. So far, what we have gotten from these geniuses right here. By the way, like everybody else is like, dude, AFC South's going to be good this year. Dang, AFC South, dude, Stroud and Houston. Who knows with Trevor Lawrence, and the Jags, there might still be something there. The Colts almost won the division. Titans made all these moves. AFC South, that's going to be a good division this year. But then these brilliant minds, they come together with all of their brain power, and they're like, oh, the 10-7 might win this. This division's going to suck. The brilliance of these men sitting here looking like they're on freaking Love Island in this little villa here. And like, they would be the first guys eliminated, I'm sure. Like, dude, Jay Gruden. So far from these guys, we've got Will Levis is absolutely going to get benched. The one guy won't even talk about him. He thinks they're going to be so bad. And then Jay Gruden, 3 wins. I'm not just doing this for to be funny. I don't know if I can get through the rest of it. There's 3 minutes left, and I don't even know if I can do it.
yeah, this is these guys were 29th in the league in passing last year. They got
Nothing from last year matters. Let me say it again. Nothing from last year matters. It's a completely different roster. It's a completely different coaching staff. It's a completely different team. It's a completely different organization. It's a completely different vision. It's a completely different regime. Nothing from last year, nothing you could ever possibly say about last year could possibly be relevant when talking about this team.
new coach, Will Levis. They got 2 receivers that are pretty identical, and Ridley and Hopkins are talented, don't get me wrong, but the makeup of this team is weird to me.
Yeah.
They go out and draft a mauling offensive lineman. All right, they got all these little bells and whistles on the outside. They're not going to be able to get it to them. Right?
Yeah.
Those guys, you think these guys are going to go crazy in the locker room now.
No
You're
doubt.
right.
Hopkins, Ridley.
Yeah.
D-Hop.
Young quarterback.
You got to give him the ball.
Got to give him the ball.
New coach who's never called a play, really.
Yeah.
Right?
Just speaking with complete confidence about something that they could not possibly know about. Like these stupid, and they're just hyping each other up. Yeah, you're right. You're right, man. You're right. Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Hopkins, identical. Just identical. The disrespect. Oh, somebody has got to put this clip on repeat in Titans locker room. I mean, I know Vrabel was all about we don't give that stuff any attention. No, I want this clip on repeat in the locker room. They report for training camp this week. I want it on repeat in the locker room. Oh my gosh. Jay Gruden. This is like the second most offensive thing I have ever heard a Gruden say. And you know why it's only second.
Now, his dad has done some work in the NFL as a head coach and line coach, so that'll help him a little bit. But his dad is more of a, run the ball, can pass. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right.
His dad is the offensive line coach. What does that have to do with anything about play calling?
So you got to
We
be
live
pretty
that
standard
world.
in your formations. I just don't really. I can't think of anything positive to say why these guys will compete. You're looking for teams that is going to. Who's going to be that team, that weird team that, like Houston last year, that's going to just catch everybody by surprise and win the division or go to the playoffs or whatever. Shock everybody. It ain't going to be them.
No.
All right.
In my opinion.
No.
What do you tell the team when you're coaching a team like this?
You can't lose Derrick Henry and replace him with Pollard.
I'm done, dude. I'm done. I'm done with this. I'm going to go comment. And I'm going to try to be nice. Lord help me. Jesus, please. Help me to speak words of encouragement. I lost brain cells listening to this. This is a clown show. Just help me to be kind, Lord. Help me to be kind. I'm going to read these comments. These guys are absolutely clueless. There's some Titans fans. Just don't talk about the Titans if you don't know anything about the team. Titans going to make these dudes look like clowns. Love how everybody's buying into the Colts, but have skepticism with the Texans because they're young. Not even a Texas fan, but I agree. Texans fan, but I agree with that. You're supposed to be a podcast talking about the NFL. This guy says I don't have anything to say about Tennessee. This channel needs more promotion. Good stuff. I'm going to downvote that comment. Most overrated division in football, the winner. These guys suck. Upvote. What a bunch of clowns. I guess that's why they aren't in the NFL anymore. Upvote. Lord, help me to be kind. Jesus, please help me to speak love and compassion. I'm seriously like sometimes I watch stuff on here and it makes me mad, but I can finish it and post it and leave it alone and go about my day. But that right there is going to stick with me. Like, just the arrogance. The arrogance. To not only say, like, man, I just don't know if I can buy into Will Levis, but to say he will get benched for Mason Rudolph. He will. It's not even a question. To say, in my opinion, I just don't know if I can buy into this team with the new coach and everything. We'll have to see. But to be like, no, they're not even going to win 3 games. They're going to have the first pick in the lottery, whatever that is. To be so arrogant as to sit there and say, I don't even want to talk about this team. And I don't even know what Colt McCoy was going to say. God bless Colt McCoy. I don't care. Don't care. He was nodding his head in agreement, and so therefore I don't want to hear anything that he has to say. I'm not saying that you're not allowed to criticize the Titans, but when you come for a team and question their identity when it's a first-year head coach and you don't even know what their identity is because you've never even seen this team, I'm just going to have to end this video. Like, I was going to end it before I say something I regret. I probably already have.